Okay, uh, recording is started. Let's start now. Okay, this KT is regarding about the block segmenter, one of the services in the digitization pipeline. So if we see that in digitization pipeline, we have a couple of services starting from file converter, which in turn, if any file is sent to file converter, it changes its format to PDF format, irrespective if it is a docx or a pptx or a image kind of a thing, jpg. It will convert to pdf and it will store in the save drive. Then word detector service will be called. What word detector service will do? Word detector service will uh, take that particular file and extracts all the images or wherever it is, the with that PDF it will extract all the images into a folder. And if specified, if let's say like anything like a line detection or a word detection to be done on that particular images. So in configuration, you need to specify craft line, or if you want to run any line detection, custom line detection model, uh, you have to specify as what you can say, line detection. I mean, the example looks like this similarly. So craft line. So craft is basically one of the uh, tool, which open source tool, which is uh, helping for detection of text and detection of line level part. So it's basically open source, which is taken from Clova AI. Clova AI Craft. If you go to this particular repository, so Craft by Torch, this is where it is taken from. It's just taken their pre-trained base model to detect uh, the textual regions. As you can see in this particular GIF, whichever it's showing, it's giving only the bounding box of that particular sentences or words, wherever it is, irrespective it is a scene text or a documentation text. So at line level and at word level, it will give out the text. So if you want to have these things, just specify in the configuration craft line to true. And if you don't want craft, and if you want custom line layout model, just specify line layout to true and pass it on. So the custom line layout model will be sent will be start to infer on these things. So custom line layout is basically done from detector on to only, as in the previous KT of layout detector what I have explained. Custom line layout is also annotated with couple thousands of images with respect to each line, annotated line by line by line, and it's trained on that those images, the same images what I have shown on layout detection part. So if you want that line layout, so just make this as true. One particular region itself. Uh, am I audible now? Can anyone confirm Siddhant or Ratan?
Yes, you're audible. We can hear you.
Yeah, okay. You can see my screen also, right?
Yeah, can see the screen.
Show that. Yeah, as I was saying that, uh, why we require a line layout in the first place. Yeah. So, okay. Since I was saying that uh, the next section, word detector, which detects for a line layout detection or word detection. If required, it will do that. Else, just the image extraction will take place in the word detector services. Next comes the layout detector, which in turn detects for text, the layout part, header, footer, paragraph, image, separator, those kind of regions, and make a JSON of that particular bounding boxes, whatever it has detected, and it moves further to the next service called block segmenter. So today I'm going to give the overview of block segmenter. What block segmenter will does? Block segmenter has written in such a way that uh, it has capability to check for the fonts. Fonts in the sense not like Arial. This is that font. This is that font. To check the font sizes, if it is a bold, if it is italic. So current version, I mean the current version of the model is trained on YOLO V5. So it has capability to detect if the text is bold or not, if the line, whatever it's given in the paragraph, if the text is bold or if the line is bold, if the word is bold. So it will just check the font properties and it will give you the font regions. And also, not only that, so it has the capability to uh, as set in the service name itself, block segmenter. So it will segment each and every block. So in the previous KT, I have said that so the layout detector has the capability to infer and detect, and after that post process removing of merge overlap is done, and all the rest of the things are done. So apart from that, so block segmenter does the same thing, but it will segment each block by block, making a segmentation in place, giving out the respective font property for that particular block. And see, let's say like if you have specified any line level region and you have passed it on, I mean line detection has been carried out or detection is carried out. So it will do masking on block segmenter region, and it will take that craft region and it will refine that particular regions into whatever the specific bonding work is specified in the layout, and it will refine them into that particular box region at line level or at word level, so that it should not go beyond the box specified by that region, and it should not change any particular classes also. So the main reason of block segmenter is to just detect font properties and do a segmentation on that. So after that comes, for doing OCR, comes two services. One with respect to Google Vision, so which we are calling OCR GV server in the Anuvaad repo, and another one is which one, the OCR Tesseract server, where we are using custom Tesseract train models for a couple of languages, and some of the languages for Tesseract.
Some breakage.
Hello.
Now it's back. Check it out.
Yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So saying where exactly block segmenter is in Anuvaad ETL extractor in document processor. So we have something called as block segmenter. So this is where a block segmenter will be done. In the OCR services are there in OCR. OCRGV server is the Google Vision server, which we are using Google Vision API to call that. And OCR Tesseract for calling the Tesseract APIs for our custom Tesseract models, what we have trained on. Okay, so the current version, so we are replacing with Google Vision with respect to OCR Tesseract server. So it's coming now. So this Tesseract Ulka V2 is the service where which is deployed on Ulka. So whatever Anuvaad models to be added there, so this service should be used for Ulka purpose, whole and solely for Ulka purpose. So rest of it, Tesseract and Tesseract Ulka or Google, just diagram all these branches. Don't worry about that. Only thing you have to worry about is the GB server and the Tesseract server. Okay, for OCRing. So before going that, let's come back to block segmentation. How block segmentation is been done here. So first, block segmentation. So we are following the same rule as per the whatever we are writing for each and every services. So Flask application, uh, if there is Kafka model, so all the Kafka configurations have been added in Kafka repository, and in resources, generating the response generation, the main files, and in routes, whichever the parameters we are using, either for local or either for workflow purposes. Utilities, whatever the models we are using, or inference pipelines and any other post processings, we are storing it in utilities. Services, we are calling all the in main function. So whatever the major functionalities or classes we want to call, so we are calling in services. Okay, so next let's go to block segmenter process, how exactly it will work. So block segmenter in this code, let's go to routes, block segmenter workflow. So these are the same responses what we have seen in layout also and what editor also. We can view those KTs also. I'll just fast forward it to all the services wise. How to get the segmented regions. Okay. So like, so the current version, whatever it is deployed, so we are using only uh, see from past few 6 months. So block segmenter is not at all being used uh, to its extent capabilities. So everything like line layout regions, font detection, everything was set to false. I mean, it was uncommented. So when worked around and saw these things, so the font properties are getting properly. So here and there you have some minor issues segmenting those tabular regions and those things. Probably the whoever takes the this ownership now, just work around with it and refactor this, the pipeline on the block segmenter. But I was thinking to remove this particular service, but after seeing the outcome of the segmentations, I'm thinking otherwise. So not to remove block segmenter, it's segmenting properly, and it's also detecting the bold fonts and it's getting properly. Once another version of a training on this YOLO is done, so it will be of a good use. So and also the particular model is trained on YOLO v5. Okay, the model and the weights are stored here. So up to some extent of 14 epoch. So Dheeraj Daga had trained this 2 years back, and we are running the same model, and it's not even bigger of model. Okay, for detecting bolts, and this can be run on a CPU machine, and this infers pretty much fast. YOLO, other than any other PyTorch packages. Okay, this runs pretty much fast. Okay, so just remember of YOLO v5. Just go through YOLO v5 paper and training pipeline, because I have not taken a copy of YOLO v5 training pipelines for these things. So that's why I wanted to do another round of experiment and work around for detecting this uh, bolt detection and form detection purposes. So now I'll show you how exactly this will work. So first of all, just comment out all these regions, irrespective if you are getting lines and regions or words. Just comment out all these regions. In this font property, it has the functionality for inferencing the bold detection, uh, bold detection of that particular line. What it needs the image crop and the model which is trained on model is already stored here. And what is the image size and the device configuration. Image size we are specifying it as uh, uh, 1984, okay, empirically. And IOU threshold, we have found out that 0.45 is works with the union of the bounding boxes. Confidence score should be zero point 0.1 only. Okay, next come to this device config. It is set to CPU. GPU it's not at all a use. Okay, if you want to use GPU, it doesn't matter for this particular YOLO model. It can run fast on CPU also. Okay, so you want these things. First, the model will be loaded. Okay, so then the image size will be checked according to the model substrate, whatever it is specified. Check image size. So so here it is specifying as 32. 32 in the sense 32 into 32 pixels. So whatever it is there. So this is whole and solely taken from YOLO repository. So whatever I'm showing here, you can view in YOLO repository. Okay. Then the model will be loaded. So the experimental model. So we'll select the device. Device will be selected which
Really
one?
one small doubt.
Yeah.
The 32 cross 32 is the image size that was trained in YOLO, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we have to infer with that size as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So infer with the same size. So when initiating the image itself, so it will check for that and it will give you the stride of 32. Okay. So going
We are
to next.
like, uh,
Uh,
are we resizing that same, the stride 32 cross 32?
Probably I think we are resizing. You can just check it out.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Next. So will inference accordingly. Uh, Probably when I think you wanna remove couple of lines in this inferencing pipeline also. We are just specified he specified with respect to, I mean, no logging has been done here and added couple of print statements. So whoever is going to take just refactor it from the beginning and inference it all. Even the whole inferencing pipeline is taken from the YOLO VFN. Just small here and there additions have been added here. So for compression, sorry, where exactly was I? First, we will select the device according to the device. So we will give the image. Okay. So just go through with the code and just check whatever it's there here. Okay. And after that, know about this
Non-maximum suppression.
non-max suppression.
Suppress, apart from the maximum
Yeah,
values,
it will suppress whatever it's the defined confidence value and IO threshold it's given. So currently the confidence threshold is default is 0.25 and IO is 0.45. So your confidence is given to zero point 0.1. So in the configuration, so it will take that particular confidence IO threshold and it will max the process. Then then it will whatever it's okay. It's rescales process the detection and it rescales the images. Siddhant, as you said, I said no. Scaling is happening here, but you can check afterwards.
Yeah,
It
sure, I'll
will
do.
sure. Okay. So it will rescale and it will check and it will just infer. After that, we are specifying uh, those font bounding boxes, whatever it's giving out, and we are storing it in an array of fonts. Okay, this is bold, this is a text, and this is normal. We're just appending those things once this is done. So I would urge you to take initially of this particular YOLO file and just check it on each and every images, whatever the value it comes. Okay, and next, once the font property has uh, got out, you will get the font valuation and all. What you have to do is uh, don't go to region unifier. Region unifier will take care in this particular set regions itself. In segmented region, this functionality will be called. So that's why I've commented out here. Okay. In set regions, so first we have to set all these regions according to the wherever the block or the region is taken care of. Okay. In segment region, what we need page words, page lines, and page regions is required. So if the craft line or line detection is made to false, you won't get any uh, what you can say. You won't get any data. It's empty list. Just pass that empty list. Okay, you don't need. If there is any data with respect to those craft lines or ones, segment regions will take care of and unify those regions. How to be done? Go on to set regions. Regions will be taken care. All the regions will be set again in the segmented regions. Go on, go on, go on. Here. Where did we go? Okay, wait. We directly went into tesseract. Segment dot py. Hmm. Set regions. In set regions, we are specifying that particular regions, and inside that we are calling another function where calling just segmented regions. In this segmented regions, what it needs: word, lines, and regions. So what it requires? So first it will give the vertical v index, vertical merging index, and the text regions, whatever the it is given from layout part, the region wise. So here we are calling the region unifier functionality. This region unifier, I would ask you to look into this function. It has some problem where it's not taking some table kind of data into consideration. It's been a while. I mean, almost 2 years. 2 years. It's gone, and some of the functionality it has been marked as what you can say. It was commented out, and this functionality was not never used after that. Since then, we were in that assumption that saying that okay, this was a table issue and downloading of the text is not happening properly. But when I tested this yesterday, it's just working as expected and it's working. But it has some problem with respect to data, because when we are segmenting the regions here, we will get the table data. I mean, but the main challenging task could be the segmenting of those cells. Here we are removing the table regions and aligning with the new uh, whatever the incoming layout region what we got from layout part, whatever it is. Okay, so I would urge you to take over this function carefully and look where exactly to remove this. I mean, in each and every children function you will get a cell data wherein you need to collect couple of regions into row or column wise or something like that. So somewhere around I'm getting some issues in this functionality. But yeah, if you can figure it out, you can this is a good outcome and this can be proceeded. I mean, all those overlapping issues happening in digitization will be cleared out. No overlapping will be happening and moving forward. Okay, so it will just collate all the blocks and segments, and it will again realign with respect to whatever it is given from layout part, and it will give you the final outcome. Okay, in the children file. So I will show you the output file. Okay, so for each and everything, I will urge you to go through this region unifier functionality, how exactly it will work on. Next. After you got the region unification done, now you need to block. I mean, align those childrens into to their blocks itself. Break the blocks and align it together. So region unification happens if, let's say, like you have a table of 3 cross 3. So somewhere around region unification should be happening for only one block, one particular block. So you will go and unify that particular region. Then again, that particular region only should be aligned uh, into the previous block. Let's say like if you are taking 1 and 4th block, you should not. I mean, if you are not modifying in 1 and 4th block, and you are taking only the 3rd block ones, so you need to realign with the 3rd block into previous one itself. That's where you break the block and you will realign that same thing. That's where the break block functionality comes in. It will just look for the children and it will break the paragraph by paragraph and will realign it to the previous version. Okay. Then again, it will just return the textual region, whatever it has realigned, and it will give you the perfect format. So after that, what you will do, you will set the font property according to the page index and whatever the font meta you have got from font. I mean, whatever the font details you got from the inferencing those yellow font detection. So you will set the font property to uh, whatever it is given from font segmentation. Okay, and then you will just append the status to successful. So it is successful. If anything goes wrong, so block segmenter says something is wrong in block segmentation and it will throw an error. So it won't proceed.
Now it is empty.
The current version, yeah, yesterday it was empty. I have uncommented all these parts and I have deployed and I have verified it. So I will show you one example how it is working. But there is some mismatch. Okay, let me just go. By the way, this is an annotator's account where in digitization process you can take any version of pipeline. So in digitization, you already know that in digitization we have three pipelines in the sense three versions. Take like three versions. Okay, so it's like version one. What is version one? Version one is plain old. Just go Google Vision API and get the data. That's all. Not more than that. Not even any intermediate services. Just Google Vision, plain old Google Vision. Just call that, do OCR, get that data. That's all. Next, 1.5. 1.5 requires what? File converter, word detector, layout detector, block segmenter, OCR Google Vision, and tokenizer. This is 1.5. What is 2.0? 2.0 is with respect to not having not Google Vision. Same process. File converter, word detector, layout detector, block segmenter, then tesseract OCR and tokenizer. Okay. So this is 2.0. So let me show you the outcome which I have done yesterday. Was some of the files on the system transition digitization.
Which version will it be?
What?
Two or 1.5? The one that you have experimented.
Huh. I have experiment. See, so as of yesterday, see, in developers environment, uh, it was already 1.5 also I've experimented and 2.0 also I've experimented. Okay, I will show you the both outcomes how exactly it is turning out. See, in developers, we already have this particular service called Tesseract servers. Okay, I had asked Shiva to remove all these servers since it was not being used by anyone. Since from last week, we have been asked to remove Google account completely. So we want to remove those services. Now Google Vision is not required and OCS GV server and GV document digitization service. It's not at all required. Okay, both the pipelines 1.0 and 1.5 is not required, and we want to deprecate that particular service. Okay, for that, what backup should be done for this digitization? I know that Google will work completely. I mean, in a good way. I mean, let's say like OCR will be happening in a multi-language model. So like if you are passing on one Tesseract model on only Hindi language will be detecting. I mean, couple of English is there means it will detect. But what about if there is a mix language, mixture of multiple languages? So we still don't have that pipeline. We have to create that. We don't have any pipeline for handwritten also. We don't have any pipeline for multi-language also. If there is any feasibility, you can create it and you can get the pipeline on. Okay, wherever you can. So even if you feel like okay, uh, I don't want to detect these fonts. I don't want these properties at all, and I don't want any layout detection at all. I can just work around with OCR stuff, plain old OCR thing means yeah, do it. No worries. You have the feasibility to uh, get workflows created. Ask probably connect with Ratan and get in touch with the workflow manager services. So you can create a workflow of these services and get those outcomes if you want. And also, if you guys require, we can check with other things also, whatever it's there, and with specifically to digitization. I think previously we had this discussion where one of the pre-process service should be added for this digitization, but it is still in pending. But we can take it from that and do it from scratch. If you are up to, if you want to give out any new updates on Anuvaad for this digitization process. Okay. Apart from that, let's see the outcome of yesterday. I have just uploaded couple of files yesterday. So this file has run with Tesseract and block segmenter. The block segmenter version. Here, this is one of the file. So wherein, so had the I got an error in block segmentation where this particular, I mean, table kind of structure is not at all being detected properly. Okay, so when downloading this particular thing in docx or pdf, I'm just saying the class as paragraph only, because when we are passing that in block segmenter is changing everything in a sense. It is renaming the whole regions, or if any error happened, it will remove, I mean, it will empty that particular region. So when empty region is sent to Tesseract, it will just read that image and it will realign a new region saying that, okay, this is a para. I don't have any incoming regions into this thing. And I don't have any layout prior to this to get a crop and get send it over. And it will just say that this is a para, and I'll get it just a plain old paragraph images. I'll show you the structure of the JSON. Okay. See, this is the final outcome. Whatever it's detected, it's good only. Okay. With respect to what we have seen in the original document, it's good. But look at the table part also. Even though we are not having any background images or any table creations on the PDF, but it is detected properly on the paragraph level, saying that we don't require any table kind of a detection here. Okay, if this is the case while downloading, look at this. These are table kind of structure and it's aligned properly. It's aligned properly. Can you see here? Yeah, this is aligned properly. Okay, now I'll show you the original JSON which it has created. This is the JSON. Okay, let's just take a example of one of the pages. Okay, let's say like this is a sixth page or fifth index. If you take a list, this particular page had a problem where block segmenter failed and it returned empty region, wherein when it sent to Tesseract this particular JSON, Tesseract finds the empty region. Okay, if there is the region key is there, but region is empty, it will detect automatically. The whole page will be detected. Okay, and it will say that I'll be saying that, okay, this class is para, this class is like wherever you have seen in the digitization structure output, para, line, word, it will align to that and it will just give you the respective things in a paragraph. Say that saying it's a para. Let's say like it has to be a table. Okay, but see, look at this. All the regions wherever I'm seeing, it is saying that it is a uh, para kind of thing. The region itself is a para, and even in the line or even in the word, I'm getting it as line word. I mean, I'm not getting any class structure called a table, even though it is detected table in layout detector. Block segmenter failed, so that's why you need to work around carefully with that region unifier logic and uh, change it however it's getting in for table kind of direction, because table detection is not happening here. It's just a plain old text detection, and it is aligning with respect to the whatever the bounding boxes is given. And even the output, what or the downloading of the PDF, whatever we have done, the table structures looks pretty much good. This is a good outcome. Okay, I'll show you one more example. This is uncommenting the, as I said, these regions, lines, words, and uh, detecting this font meta properties and regions, segmenting these regions. Segmenting regions were not happening previously. So since yesterday, I was just going through all these things to give you KD. I just overlooked this particular issue and I'm reporting it now. So whoever takes care, please refactor it. Okay. I'll show you one more thing. Okay, this was the file which was done on Tesseract, and let's see, like this is one Google Vision, and just uncommented. I mean, I have used the previous version of the model. So this is Google Vision outcome. Okay, don't worry about Google Vision outcome or anything. Don't agree for that. But block segmenter, I had commented out the region unification. Set regions, I have just commented out, and plain old normal text were there. See the outcome of this one. This looks okay. Good, 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 good. But look at the tabular structure. Can you see here? The texts are being overlapped here.
Yeah.
Okay. See the text. It's being overlapped. It's not getting properly. Look at this. Okay. Texts are being overlapped. If you see this, the region unification is not happening. Block segmentation. So on that part, you need to just walk around with that particular table thing and you have to identify. So if we just go to the same region, it says header, footer, or anything like that. But there it's saying that it's a para, line, table, something like that. Why? Because it's deleting. I can show you one live example. I have uh, I have the same JSON which I have taken from yesterday from layout detector part. Okay, this is same JSON, same for same file. What I showed na for same file, I'll just process this in block segment region. There are some issues on the region unification and for the table block. Before that, let me show you the original file which is coming from layout part. See, after getting that region unification from layout, for each and every page, you have this uh, thing called in layout. So this is what the outcome is. It's saying the text, footer, text, header, other, and this is a table. Inside it, you have got a cellular level uh, data. This is the outcome of which one?
Yeah.
Layout detector. Okay. This same JSON enriched onto block segmenter. So block segmenter has this one issue wherein so block segmenter process starts. It will run pretty much fast for font detection also. Okay, per page it's taking around 1.5 or something. So at last, when merging of blocks, some of the childrens are missing it out, and I mean I don't know if it is due to layout or not. Just check it out. Okay, this is the error. Getting this error, enriching this particular JSON, what you are getting. Let me just If you see other files which does not have any table or something kind of thing, you will get this thing. I mean, let's say like regions, you will get children's, you will have all the layout structures, layout classes, whatever it's specified, text, header, footer, and even the fonts, whatever it is specified there, you will get it. Okay, for the non-table detected base, wherever the table is detected now, the regions the regions will be empty. Since the region is empty, when it's passed on to test direct or any other Google Vision services, it will just read the whole page and it will align to whatever it's detected via words or lines or something, and it will just keep it as plain or para, line, and words. It doesn't have any specificity saying that this is a header or this is a footer. It's just a plain old text. That's all. So that's where this can align. So this is one major issue in block segmenter. So I would ask you to work around with this logic, whatever it's there, and get this done. If this is fixed now, so even whatever is directing in table format or if you want any other things on table part, this will be fixed. No merge overlap will be happening constantly. Why merge overlap happening in digitization in previous section or anything? This region unification, it was uncommented. So that's why merge overlapping was happening. If if I have removed that comment, now I'm getting a new issue here where that these regions are not getting properly. Hmm. So you need to identify it and align to this, identify the root cause of that issue. Why that only for the table region the unification is not happening properly, and you need to come up with a new logic and check. You should not delete those whole regions at all. If deleted, no use of detecting in layout part and getting those table and cellular regions. If just a plain old textual regions, there means it's it's like the use case itself is useless. So that's why you need to check on and align with that. Okay. So the only challenge it has is when working around with the layout part, inferencing, getting the layouts properly, and now here in the block segmenter part, segmenting it. OCR it will do automatically. Don't worry about that. Okay.
In the
So
font part, like
yeah, I forgot to tell you on that. Yeah. So the font property I specifically said no. When block segmenter detects, so it will give you the font properties also. So called font properties. If you see the old JSON files or any other files, whatever you have processed in digitization, font properties will be empty only, or it will be statically set as a Arial Unicode MS, something like that. So when this YOLO website detects, so it will give you this particular class. If it is a bold, it will say that it is a bold, 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 and it will give you a confidence score of whatever it's detected, and a bounding box where exactly it has detected. So when you are aligning, or when you are saying to any other UI guy, saying that okay, see that in this font property in this particular zeroth block, so it has detected as bold. So you want to same as okay, he want to make this as bold, or if you are making any images, or if you want to make that particular color should be bold, take this particular vertices region, make it as bold. I mean in the black color. So currently if you see in UI, say like this PC male officer, Jawan, JCO, SSC women officer, these things are in bold. I know that, but in the left hand side it's not bold. Okay, you have to make it as bold.
yeah.
If you want to align it properly, refactor that structures also.
The
You don't
first
want that.
one,
Hmm.
you showed the first document, no?
Hmm.
Before that. In that, this JCO, this was bold.
Yeah, I agree.
But this was
No,
not. So what is
see,
that?
JCO is not that bold. It is that tesseract is not detected properly, and the mask of that image it has taken.
Hmm.
See, for each and every level, you are creating a masking of image in OCR
Hmm.
services, right?
Hmm.
See here, Java is detected. Okay, why JCO is not there? When I click on the
Oh,
show
that is the
image,
background one.
it's a background. It's saying that it's saying that it's a background image.
Okay.
Okay, why do I require a background image? I mean, why exactly this whole Jawan slash JSU didn't mask this particular one? Why it has only masked? I mean, apart from this, the whole other thing, you have to check the logic of that masking in Tesseract also. US currently working on Google Vision, saying that okay, this is the masking image of this thing. But now Tesseract coming into this picture, you should take care of this also. I mean, whoever is taking care, not only you, Pinto, Sharath, Siddhanta, Ratan, whoever is working on that, you should take care of this one also, this service also. Not Tesseract coming into picture. Okay, this is whole and solely masking issue and crop issue. So wherein this has not detected properly. So I will suggest you to look into this matter and go through once. Okay, I think this will explain everything about block segmentation, block segmenter service. What exactly is that? Second half, we will continue with two other services. One with Google Vision, Tesseract. That will complete the whole digitization pipeline. Okay, okay, guys. Guys, I'm done with this segmental kitty. Do you have any doubts? Please ask me now. Ratan, Siddhant, Pindrath.
No doubts as of now. I think once we go through the Tesseract and Google Vision along with it, I can take a further look into it and might have questions after that.
Sure, sure. Siddhant, you have any doubts?
Not as of now. I'll go through the code once. If I have one, I'll let you know.
Sure, Siddhant. Okay, then let's wind up for this segmenter. Second half, I'll give those two services. So yeah, I'll ping you on those things. Okay. Sure, guys. Thank you. I'll stop the recording now.
Thanks. Guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.